Hi there, my name is Kaylee.
My name is Shay.
And we're tackling some big debt.
In the Big Apple.
And today, we're having an annoying conversation.
We're just taking a look at some things.
We have noticed that, as in all things, and I'm sure everyone else in the world has noticed, life is getting expensive. It's just more expensive. Inflation, everything costs a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And it seems that our targets have just been creeping up, and our income hasn't crept up all that much.
No.
So we are going to just have a little chat and see if we can't scooch some targets down a little bit, because we generally prefer to have our targets be under our income, because I think that makes sense. And we like to make sure that our targets are under the income of a regular 4-week month. Mm-hmm. So Shay gets paid twice, I get paid 4 times, and we want to keep that under, even though some months we have, sometimes Shay gets paid 3 times, sometimes I get paid 5 times, but I think it makes our brains happier when that money is extra and we're not waiting for those months to be able to fill up our sinking funds and all that.
Yeah. Because we'll find a place for the extra money to go.
We've got big goals.
Yeah.
We've got student loans that we're paying down. We've got a house we want to buy at some point in our lives. There's lots that can happen with that money. And so we don't like to be waiting on money. That
only comes twice a year.
Or whenever, how often.
We don't know. Yeah.
So I'll do some math. We're just jumping in. So if I get paid every week. So we're looking at a 4-week. That's 900 4 times. That's me. And then Shay gets paid about $1,000 every 2 weeks.
Yes.
It used to be 900 also, but Shay got a little bit of a raise recently.
I did.
Add those together. So 5,600 is the low amount of what we are going to make in a month, a regular 4 Friday month.
And in truth, my paychecks are probably going to be more than that.
They usually are.
But that's the roundest number that we have.
Yeah.
So.
And I really prefer to lowball it.
Yeah.
Because then it's, extra to student loans, extra to these things, extra, something comes up and we're able to cover it. There's always a little bit of overspending. And so it's just, we like to ballpark around this 5,600 number. Mm-hmm. And if we look at the farthest month ahead that we don't have anything budgeted in is November, because we already started budgeting in October for rent and stuff. Mm-hmm. So that is, our total monthly targets are $5,934. Which is not, it's
not hugely far off.
It's not hugely far off, and that's, assuming we don't fund anything for the next few months, which is just not true. But it is, and this is a 5-paycheck month, apparently, in November. So that's a little extra, too. It makes our Fridays a little extra. So if we look at, if we look at October. Don't look at our underfunded, because like I said, we started funding, but it's $57.86, which is more, I think, in the ballpark. Mm-hmm. So we're $186 higher than we would be ideally.
Yeah.
So the conversation today is,
where can we shave some things down? Yeah.
Do you think we should shave some things in September, current month, or do we do it in October?
I think we do it in October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't really make that much of a difference.
No. We're already halfway through the month.
Yeah. And so this is something that we do sometimes, periodically. I often find that you find lots of places to add to targets, and you rarely find reasons to take away. So the original plan was for both of us to go separately and make a list of places we thought we could cut, unimpacted by the other person's ideas, just to make sure that, we're approaching it on our own and not Shay just doing it because she thinks I want to, and me just doing it because I think she wants to, And then what happened?
Kaylee made a physical list, and I made a mental list.
Shay didn't make a list.
Yes, I did.
It's not making a list if you're just meh. I'm a list girly. It's not very organized. Also, my handwriting is atrocious.
Kaylee's a Virgo.
Shay is not a Virgo. Okay, this one I don't think I want to do anymore. I made this a little while ago, too. So I also made it in a way that, there's things that I think are easy to do, and then under the line are things that are I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
Sure, I can go first.
Okay.
First of all, my Patreon, I think, can go.
Are you sure?
Yes, I've been funding this newsletter for probably like 4 years now, and it has changed drastically.
Okay.
Just in terms of like what the publication actually entails and the amount of funding that they have anyway is.
Okay.
And so I'm thinking that is probably something we can cut.
Are you feeling like not quite invested in it anymore?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm also going to write a separate little to-do list, which is cancel Patreon.
Yes.
Writing this in my notebook, I understand, is not as interesting for the video. So right now I'm not going to delete the category just yet, but I am going to delete the target.
Okay.
And then we'll hide the category when the time comes.
Wonderful.
Okay, so that was $7. I don't know where do we keep this that is interesting to look at?
Yeah.
Pause for some excelling.
Very nifty.
Thank you, thank you. I wanted to make it visible. I wish you could see our total monthly targets the whole time, but I'll keep it here as much as possible.
Yes.
So this way we know how much we've cut so far. So there's $7. And the goal was like 180, just under 200.
Yeah.
We'll get where we can also.
Yes.
Like, this is low stakes. No one's going to be fighting. I appreciate you giving up something on your own first. Also, though, something I just realized is that we talked about this Hulu yesterday. The price of Hulu is going up. So technically, we're going to be down $2. This is going up to $9.99. And we talked about, because I've been kind of wanting to go to the commercial-free Hulu, but prices are going up, and if we're cutting things at $2 at a time, sorry, but I'd rather it be real.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, what else? What are your other ideas? Don't look at my ideas.
I know that you love the Universal Yums.
I do.
I don't know that I love them $32 a month. You know?
I do know. And I will say, in transparency of YouTube channeling, when we posted the video of us doing the Universal Yums, we got 2 referrals, and that took $10 off the price. So the idea would be not to cancel this because we do like it, but we were thinking maybe going every other month and making it like $16. But when we got 2 referrals when we posted that video, and that took it down to $22, which was much more manageable. So what do you think about that?
I mean, I love our subscribers, certainly, and I'm very grateful when they use our, our little affiliate links and we get discounts and stuff, but I don't think it's realistic to
depend on that. That's super fair.
Yeah, and I think every other month is still wonderful.
Yeah, I don't want to burn you guys out on watching us eat snacks either.
Yeah. And,
you're right, the joy we get out of it will be the same amount of joy, even if we spread it out across. All right. Change Universal Yums to, is that bi-monthly? Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
I'm going to write every other month so I don't forget which one I'm doing.
Less often, not more often.
Less often, not more often. Okay, so then we'll change this target to $16. But I want it to be set aside another, no matter what, $16 every month, and then it'll come out every other month. All right. I had that written down too, but I didn't want to say it. I wanted to see if you said it, because I do like it, but.
So that was just a test. You were just testing me.
No, I just let you go first.
Okay.
So we got 16 there. All right.
I don't think there's anything else from the bills category.
Yeah, the bills category, I'd say, is the hardest one to cut from.
I'm not giving up my New York Times.
No, if you gave up your Patreon.
As cheap as I possibly can.
Yeah, no, you did good.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello. It is Kaylee from the future. Also, Shay is here. We also decided this morning, which is the day after we filmed this video, I suggested that I wanted to cut our Amazon Prime as well. So, just mentioning it now as we leave the bills category, just add $12.50 to the total at the end, because Amazon Prime, you can do all kinds of things without paying for the annual fee. So, It's not worth it for us. So plus $12.50. I'm not gonna add it to the thing, but you know, I trust you. Kitty committee.
Okay. I think that this is one of the areas specifically where I feel like we can shave like $5 off of like each line item. Not the insurance, obviously, but the other things.
Yeah, my next two after the Universal Yums was shaving cat fixtures and cat travel.
Yeah.
so this Meow Box, I used to get it every month. That was too often. They don't need toys and treats every single month because the treats they don't eat through in a month. So we get this once a quarterly, and that's like, I feel like that's a comfortable amount right now.
Yeah,
we have treats, but like we're starting to run out and we're going to get a new one soon. Like we're at a comfortable pace. The toys, they destroyed in just enough of a cadence that like the toys are not overrun completely.
Yes, I think the banana is no more at this point.
Anytime. So Giles, like, here, get him. Sorry, bud, I know you're sleeping, but you see Harvey back here sleeping too. They just had lunch. Giles, oh my gosh, he's so long. This bub loves a felt, like they have like little felt cat toys, and he's obsessed with them, but he loves them too much and he destroys them. So there was this scrap of yellow felt floating around our house for the longest that we know used to be a banana, but anyone coming into the house would be like, what is that garbage? But he loves it. So we're waiting on a new felt toy from the Meow Box. I tried to buy him some that were not from that. I don't know where. I have to email them and be like, where do you get these? Because he's obsessed. So he like this box we get a lot of value out of.
Yes.
Cat food and cat litter we have cut down already, and I think we're at a comfortable pace with those.
Yep.
Cat fixtures, I said maybe we go down to even 15. It's at 25 right now. Yeah. We don't have immediate need for anything. No. I don't see us having immediate, so like $15 a month. Yeah. $15. Save. So cat fix. Okay. Wow.
Cat Foxty.
Cat Foxty. That's 10. Right?
Yes.
Okay. The insurance is what it is. I would like to one day, this is not part of this conversation at all, but one day I'd like to be like self-insured, read the cats and have like a good emergency fund built up and not have to pay monthly for this. But for now, we're not there. And so we pay this. And then cat travel, I figured we take $5 off. Because we do use this, but we have a little while to build it up before we need to use it again. Because once again, if you're new, my brother, for our wedding present, because he does not have very much money, said, you get 3 instances of free cat sitting. And we were like, that's a good present, actually.
Yeah, excellent present.
$5 off that. All right, we're at 36 so far. Clipping. Okay. Kitten incident, I think we leave as it is, personally, just because every time they need an appointment, it is more than we think it's going to be. Okay. And this is, I think we have some built up right now. No, we have $200 built up right now, but that's not even a deductible for one of them. So I'd like to let this build some. So I think I would like to leave this as is. How do you feel about that?
I agree. I do think this is maybe one item that we can circle back around to if we're not happy with the number once we get down to the bottom.
I'm on board with that.
Okay.
I'm on board with that.
Great.
Okay. That's cats. Okay, life things. What do you got?
This was another thing where I'm feeling like we can shave like $5 here, $5 there. I think that I want to leave the groceries where they are. Yeah, the groceries we have in a good spot. We have adapted to the higher price of groceries, but we can't, shaving of the groceries is just unfortunately not really possible at the moment. Yeah. How about date night? What is like the overall total monthly target for date night?
$175.
$175. Okay.
Let's look at also. It's like, it seems like it would make a lot of sense. We're like, oh, we'll just cut date night and booze and ordering food, but like we constantly overspend in those things. Yeah. So I'm like, is it realistic for us to say, oh my God, if anyone can figure out how to make that, it pops up every time, driving me nuts. It's this one. if you can figure out, no. So if we're constantly overspending from it, it doesn't feel realistic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like our average for the year is $194.
Yeah.
So we're overspending sometimes. Groceries are pretty good on. Grocery stock is new. Vitamins we're overspending on. Clothing we're underspending on, but that's, I think, because we spend a lot at once. But yeah, booze and ordering food overspent on average pretty consistently.
Yeah.
It's tough. I didn't have anything written down for this whole section. Just because, I mean, this is a whole section that we haven't really nailed down. Yeah. And while I think working on underspending in these categories is something that we are interested in, I don't think it would be genuine to write that down as cutting target when we're going to spend that money anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, the only category that I'm looking at that I'm seeing that I'm like, I know we're maybe not overspending on it is haircut.
Yeah.
Which we could shave something off of haircut. What's our average?
For haircut?
Yeah.
$42.62.
And what's our monthly target?
60.
Okay. So maybe we knock that down to 50.
Okay. Because, yeah, I get my hair cut like every other month.
Yep. I get it cut once every 3 or 4 months.
So we'll take 10 off this. Yeah. We had it, I think the target was set up in a way that it was for how often we would go in an ideal world. But I just don't go.
We love to procrastinate about these things.
I don't know why. I just like my haircut place is literally downstairs on the same block that we live. I have to walk by it to leave our house, but I don't go as often. I just don't.
All right. I think maybe we can move on to household.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything else really.
Yeah, I mean, it would be, like I said, it'd be disingenuous to cut these knowing that we're going to keep spending. Okay, household consumables, I don't think we can cut.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I will say the only thing I had written down to cut for this one was Pretty House.
Well, yeah, what's our average spend on Pretty House?
On Pretty House? I'm glad I opened this up. I don't know why I didn't have it open in the beginning. It is $26.05.
And is that more or less than our monthly spend?
Our monthly target is $40.
Ah, so maybe we can knock that down to $30. See, I'm responsible.
I didn't say you weren't. I would never say you weren't responsible.
She thinks my flowers cost more than they do. And that's only true when we don't buy flowers at Trader Joe's.
I put household fixtures under the line, so maybe we get to that one after. Because I think it's possible, but let's wait and see where we get.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah. The website domain is something that is potentially maybe could be less expensive than it is right now, but I have to look into it and see like how much the domain costs if I'm not using Wix.
Okay. I'll just look into it and we won't cut anything for now. It's not like a huge expense. It's like under $50 a year. And you've already cut it pretty significantly from what it was before.
Yeah.
I would say we could cut some off of dance class because we use it so infrequently. Yeah. I was thinking maybe just cut it down to 20. Yeah. Like, I don't want to cut it too much. I want it to be available if you ever use it, but you've never used it. Nope. So.
I really should.
I know. That's why I don't want to cut it entirely. But
yeah. I have to start.
Nope.
Going to dance classes that are less out of the way. Got to go to more downtown classes. I got some more roll on the floor vibes than I'm used to, but
yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. All right, that's all I had for that.
Okay.
What else you got?
I was also wanting to look at gifts and giving and what our totals or what our average spends are and see if there's any.
Well, the issue is with birthday gifts and Christmas gifts, we split it out like within this year, so the spending's all kind of wonky.
So it's not useful to look at the expense report, really?
We can look, but it doesn't like make a lot of sense. It says we spent $8 on Christmas gifts because Christmas hasn't happened this year.
Mm-hmm.
It says we spent $25 on birthday gifts, which is actually pretty bang on.
Mm-hmm.
But like, not all my birthday stuff has gone through yet. Well, actually, no, I guess it did. Like, we didn't have it as just a your birthday category. Or we didn't spend any money from it for your birthday, I guess.
Yeah. So we had some unexpected generosity on my birthday. Okay.
And then giving, we don't spend every month.
Mm-hmm.
But every once in a while it pops up.
Yeah.
So it's actually, the average is more than what we're setting aside right now.
Mm.
So I feel like birthday gifts, you don't want to cut anything in sinking funds?
Well, I do, but you feel much more passionately about these.
Yeah, I had, maybe we drop medical by 10.
Okay.
I had maybe we drop vision by 5. I had maybe we drop slush fund by 10 because we also now have paid vacation.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hello? Dental, in the past have had to spend so much money on dental stuff that I still kind of want to leave it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. I'd say it's, I don't know, what's the opposite of ramping up? Slowing down a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like you're nearing the end of a lot of the really expensive stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is good.
But we can take 10 off of medical because we don't use it a lot.
Yeah.
I've got $100 already in the high yield savings account for vision,
mm-hmm.
and $15 here. And then my glasses, when I got them from Costco last time, were less than $200. And we just got vision insurance again, which will pay for the eye exam. So I feel like dropping this down to 10 feels reasonable to me.
Yep.
Because I don't need glasses anytime soon either.
I agree with you that it's probably better to cut slush fund than it is to cut paid vacation, because I'm trying very hard to make sure that whatever I'm doing on the side still allows for enough time for me to do.
Yeah, the balance of it has been, like, you've been really figuring that out lately. So I think there's a better chance over the coming months of you being able to work more hours in your day job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've been really nailing that.
Yeah.
But I still want to have some of it here. So when
it
comes down to it, I keep putting how much it's going to be, not how much. So I think having it available is the move. But I feel comfortable shortening it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I have been having concerns about having enough for Christmas.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if we cut birthday gifts, but add it to Christmas instead of cutting it overall.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
You know you picking up what I'm putting down?
I am.
All right. How much do you think?
The target is 50 for both of them.
For both is 50.
Okay,
So it's 100 overall.
I say we make the birthday target 40 and the Christmas target 60.
Wicked. Just knowing how many people we have to buy gifts for stresses me out.
I know, we have too many friends.
And family. We have double family now. Dang it.
That's okay. We're also one unit, so.
That's true. We don't have to buy double gifts.
Everything is from Kaylee and Shay now.
That's true. Okay. I know hosting is also a brand new category.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking maybe we drop hosting to like 40.
Yeah.
I still want it, but we also have to be realistic about how much life costs. Oh dear. I can't type. This is embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Holding?
It's okay.
Holding. Let's cut credit card payments. Okay, unfortunately now we've reached the bottom.
Yeah.
And travel. We're averaging $7 over what we're saving right now.
I think the travel category is something that we've been keeping a really close eye on, and something that we've had to work really hard to make sure
we actually have enough for it.
We have enough for it.
Yeah.
So I don't I don't know that it's realistic to cut anything from.
No.
I mean, we could cut $4.
Not from travel though. I just don't think it's. Our average spend is $7 over this already, so I think.
Yeah.
Fish farm wish list. None of those have categories. I'm not cutting. Okay.
Yeah, I say we find a place to cut $4 more.
And call it.
Because I didn't work technically the full amount of hours that I was supposed to. That first week that I got $1,044 for my paycheck.
So we're thinking it's actually going to be.
It'll be more than that when I'm working the full amount of hours.
For sure.
And so I think having shaved off 100 and then plus, eventually learning and knowing what my actual bi-weekly paycheck is going to be, I think gets us to where we need to be.
What do we think? You have any ideas off the top?
What was the one that we said we'd circle back around to?
Household fixtures.
Take $4 off of it. Or $5.
Yeah, I'm like, that's such an ugly.
Or $5.
15. Yeah, we don't have any, we don't own this house, so we're not doing major purchases right now.
Yeah.
It's way more fun to add than it is to take away.
Well, yes. But here we are. This is
reality, man. If you look in November, $58.33, but again, that's a 5 paycheck month. That's not a good. I can't look further ahead than that. $51.87. Those are total monthly targets for September. We're solid. We got this. I think that's a really good level set.
Yeah.
Based in reality. Maintainable. Consistent. We did that. I said cut household fixtures entirely if we needed to.
I think that might be a little bit overboard.
I think so as well.
Because
All right.
You do love to buy a fan on a whim.
Sometimes we need a fan. I want a fan right now. All right. Thanks for going over our targets with us. Yeah. I think that's a big part of... I'm going to take this to-do list and... If it stays in the notebook, I'm going to forget about it. Thanks for hanging out while we make some boring, lame, stupid cuts to our budget because of inflation. I recommend checking on your budget every once in a while. Make sure your targets are based in reality, because that was the biggest game changer. When I first started with YNAB, I had targets that were not based in reality.
Yep.
I never filled them out at the end of every month. And I was like, well, that's just the budget. And that's not what a budget is. That's a wish list. So I like to keep them near to reality as much as possible. And this is part of that process sometimes.
Yes.
Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you on Friday.